Welcome y'all to BEINGBECC. I am Beck, B-E-C. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I've just moved to Houston, Texas. And I've created this channel to document my journey to becoming a hip hop artist. And I would love for y'all to come on this journey with me. So it all started in 2020. I came to the US, so in Houston, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, for a health nutrition conference, because I'm a personal trainer / health coach back home or by trade. And so I came to the US in Denver in 2020 and met someone who, is an artist, and just his belief in himself and just like his ambitions, belief in himself, and just the proximity to things. I don't know, it just really, that was the first seed planted, and like the start of like everything for me. But that was the first seed planted in my journey. And then I came home, and it was like, 2020 was like COVID lockdowns, and it didn't take me long to there was just so much space created because everything was just on pause. Melbourne was like, I think it was the most locked down city in the whole world during like the whole COVID epidemic. And it kind of just like put like this freeze on like the general momentum of life. It kind of created space for me to be like, what have I always wanted to do? And so freestyling, something I've always thought was like the dopest shit, something that I really wanted to do. So I started, YouTubing how to freestyle, learned shit. I should learn how to, count, 4 beats in a bar, and, actually like be able to write. So I started then writing music, and that just kind of, took me on like this, wild journey of, just writing. And I've always been like a writer. Like, I wouldn't say a writer, like I've always like journaled and loved expressing myself through words. And I feel like that side has always been in me, but I did not think a thing about it applying to myself as a career, or like a life path, until like, I think it was like months later, I think I made a joke to my dad. It was like, haha, like one of my famous rapper or something. And he was just kind of was like, looked at me, was like, you never know. And in that moment, I literally pictured me on stage, and it was just like, it was me on stage, but also like the whole everything behind that, what the lifestyle is, but also like the journey of that. And I was just like, I was almost not like starstruck by like that idea, but I just like felt something come over me, and I was just like, well, fuck, this is my new life direction, like path. And it wasn't really like so in stone like that, but it was kind of like, okay, I'm actually gonna try, I'm gonna give this a go. And like low key, being, COVID and lockdown at all this time, like, space and time, it was a gift from the universe giving me the space and time to like be like, okay, I can invest time in developing this. And not that you need it at all, but I think that was definitely like an aid. So that's how that all kind of came about. And then, YouTube is the best teacher, like for real. And I started YouTubing, how to write, how to rap, and I was following a few pages, and there was one guy, he was like doing a live stream, and he was coaching an artist on the live. I really liked his coaching style, and I was like, okay, bet. So I clicked his link, booked an appointment to we called, got along. Like how he was even with me on the phone, I really appreciated, and just like we just vibed. So it felt like really like, okay, like, oh, here we are. Then we started working virtually every week for like a solid like year and a half, and like through this time, majority like Melbourne's still in lockdown, on and off. Anyway, so fast forward to like early 2022, I flew out to Houston the first time to like meet him and work with him for about 4 or 5 weeks. Not only like fell so much more in love with the whole journey, but fell in love with Houston. And like this just, I can't tell you like that, like it's just, it continuously changes and ingrained, so I kind of came back, and there was just so much in my mind about, I want to go back. There's so much more that like I didn't get done that I wanted to, but also that like I didn't even know that I wanted to do, that like I saw was potential in Houston there. And just I think I just love Houston, like separate to this, just full stop. I don't know, there's something about Houston that I just like I'm in love with. I feel like I can love the city for its flaws and its beauty, and it I don't know, that's a whole separate thing. Anyway, so then I made plans to come back for my second trip and kind of reconnect with, you know, the people that I'd met, and, you know, further my I guess development and like immersion in things, and, you know, just like connecting with people, like, you know, people more, and like, you know, just falling in love with it further, and really saw, and it was kind of like, okay, this second trip was like me now with the lens of like, could this be like where I kind of move? The answer was yes. The answer was always going to be yes. And so then came back around September 2022, and it was just like, okay, game time. We are shifting our whole life to come to Houston pretty much. And yeah, so here we are. And so backtrack. So shift our whole life to come to Houston. And what has been so beautiful and like crazily perfect in the universe, even though it has not been easy or simple, it's, you know, fit like into place, is that I'm studying kinesiology, which, you know, being a personal trainer, it's like allowing me to further my development and education here, and also allowing me to, you know, pursue my music ambitions and just be like here. And it's just like I'm still like mind blown at like everything that's gone into it, that is here, is coming, and I don't even know what to say. Like it's just it feels so magical while still being, it's definitely hard, it's definitely challenging, I would say. I mean, it's hard, yeah, hand in hand, but it's challenging. And I kind of love that because it's really helping me grow, and it's helping me, you know, find out about myself and develop myself, and just, I feel like I'm really living life and tasting, you know, the fruits of life. And like that in itself is more fulfilling. Totally side note, I had this conversation with another artist like last year sometime, and he's like, you know, we're having a conversation like, what do you kind of want from all this? And I was like, you know, happiness, freedom, da 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 da. But he kind of highlighted that these things are kind of like loose and temporary, but also like, what does that even mean? And something that he kind of highlighted was the concept of fulfillment. And that just feels like a complete and more solid or tangible thing, and what actually is truly there. I think, you know, in life, to be fulfilled is different to happiness. And I think that fulfillment brings happiness. Happiness doesn't necessarily bring fulfillment. So, you know, chasing fulfillment and to be fulfilled, I feel like that happens through, you know, challenging yourself and growing, and, you know, just, I mean, through different things. But this is how I'm choosing to be fulfilled, because I guess, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Leo and we're competitive, we like the challenge, but I don't know really. But anywho, so this is why I created the channel. I really kind of just want to document the journey, like show y'all the behind the scenes, everything that goes in to it. And I think, yeah, I'm just really excited / like nervous, but like it's like that nervous, excited energy, but kind of constantly on the day-to-day. But yeah, so that's kind of the update. Thank you for being here with me. Anyway, thank you guys for being with me. I'll catch you on the next video.